Welcome back to Brazilian football here on ESPN, and there's how it stands at the half. Atletico Paranaense leading Palmeiras by a score of 2-0. Remember, Palmeiras has not lost a game in this year's Brazilian Championship campaign. Derek Ray with you along with Tommy Smith, and here's how the first half unfolded. The first chance of the game created by Atletico in the 7th minute on the header, the downward header that time by Oseas, 1-0.
Well, Oseas does good work on the back post, nicely floated across free, perfectly weighed. Cafu is all over him, but Oseas gets the strong header on it and it beats the keeper.
That goal going in minute number 6, and then 7 minutes after that, the breakaway led by Paulo Rink. The defense non-existent, and didn't he finish calmly?
Oh, he certainly does. Clinical finish. Kleber is coming back to try to cut him off, but it's too late because Kleber doesn't make it to the pass, and Paulo Rink just slides it wide of the keeper.
Beautiful finish by Paulo Rink of Atletico Paranaense, sending the fans into raptures on a rainy afternoon in Curitiba. The first half stats tell you that Palmeiras has had the edge in terms of shots, but they trail 2-0.
Yeah, they certainly haven't been fit to connect. Kleber had a couple of golden opportunities with empty nets to put it in, but hasn't been able to do it. And look at the count on the corners, Derek, 9-3.
Jalminha has had to do his stuff from the right and the left. He's the corner kick specialist for Palmeiras, but thus far to no avail. So now the question is, can Palmeiras battle back in the second half? We'll bring you second half coverage in just a moment here on ESPN.
A lot longer than other players do. So if you are a backup goalkeeper, well, the frustration lasts a long time.
Nice view of the proceedings.
Free as well.
Despite the rain, too.
That apartment house there, it never fails to amaze me, the amount of apartment houses that are built so close to the soccer fields in Brazil. You can sit in your living room and watch the game on the... Fairly good case for one there, didn't it?
As so often seems to be the case in the Brazilian Championship, it gets rougher as the game gets older.
Yeah, just looking at the amount of games, it's incredible how many red cards are giving out nowadays in the Brazilian Championship.
Danger here as Palmeiras trying to get it on target. Viola out to Junior on the left. His cross, Ricardo Pinto. The dramatic save. I'm not sure he had to make it quite as dramatic as that, but the main thing is he was able to hold on to the ball.
Well, once again, a nice ball driven across, and you can see there's a Palmeiras man coming on the back post. The sub who just came in would have had a simple task of dropping that ball into the net if the keeper doesn't get to it, but he was very dramatic about it.
Touch of artistry about that bit of goalkeeping work by Ricardo Pinto. Watching Brazilian football here on ESPN from the Estadio Joaquim Americo in Curitiba. 2-0 is still the score in favor of Atletico Paranaense. Goals by Oseas and Paulo Rink. Pushing and shoving near the box. Palmeiras trying to line it up on target, and they'll have to be content with it.
He had no support on was the side he kicked the ball to.
Fernando Diniz trying to change the course of this game. The time is running out for Palmeiras. The Brazilian Championship leaders appeals for a free kick. It's thundered away by Alberto. And down to Oseas with space.
Oh, he just makes himself available for every ball, doesn't he, Derek? I mean, he finds space. That's the incredible thing about him. And then he's not afraid to take on players, and Cafu just fouled him.
Cafu with a challenge, and he'll shortly be booked. Referee Claudio Zerdera moves across and shows him the yellow card.
Oh, yeah, and a good call, too. Look at that. Cafu makes no attempt to play the ball. He just takes the legs out underneath Oseas. A bit of a confrontation off the ball. This one's a kind of balance on a knife edge. It could go either way. Looks less than that. The referee's probably going to add on a couple of minutes, but the fat lady is definitely warming up somewhere. She may not be singing yet, but she has the notes already, let me tell you.
Of records poised to be broken today, Tommy. Atletico Paranaense has never beaten Palmeiras in the Brazilian Championship in 5 previous attempts, and perhaps more significantly, Palmeiras, the only undefeated team in the Brazilian Championship so far, about it looks like to be defeated, and the home fans here love it.
You think they love it? They're singing at the top of their voices at the moment. They really got themselves into this game. They've been like that all day. This has been a great occasion.
Atletico still sending players forward.
Amazing. They just keep pushing players forward, Derek. Most teams would be sitting back there in their own box, not worried about what was going on down the opposite end of the field.
Headed away by fans calling for the final whistle. Vinicius lining up the cross. Ricardo Pinto again in dramatic fashion makes the save.
Oh, the keeper comes out really nice, and
we'll stick around here on ESPN for our post-game wrap. It's certainly been entertaining here in Curitiba.
Oh, it certainly has. I mean, the fans have enjoyed it. We've enjoyed it. Everybody, I'd say, has enjoyed it. Only Palmeiras. It hasn't been a very enjoyable afternoon for them, Derek.
And they certainly put up a fight toward the end of the first half. They came out flat, though, after Atletico Paranaense preparing for celebration here as Lira goes into reverse gear. Came off the bench just a few minutes ago to replace Luis Carlos. A chase for the captain, Reginaldo. Every touch being cheered by the fans. Alberto flicking it on to Giancarlo. Yurkovsky looking for space on the right. To Atletico Paranaense, and look at that, they're using every second they can. Lira. Branco. The fans are convinced that this one is already history, but they continue to play. Alberto on the overlap, as Oseas closely marked by Kleber in the middle. Alberto with the left footer, couldn't keep it down.
Well, that's a good play even at this stage, Derek, just to take the shot, put it over the top, create a little room for himself. Runs valuable time off the clock, and why not take the chance?
4 minutes and 30 seconds have been added on now. Cafu on the right. It doesn't matter. The final whistle has been sounded, and it goes in the books as a famous victory for Atletico Paranaense. Winners by a score of 2-0, and we'll be back in just a moment here on ESPN.